Hello and welcome back to the next episode in our adventure in Kingdom Come Deliverance, playing as Henry of Skalitz. In the last episode, we finally managed to escape from Talmberg Castle, where Sir Divish was keeping us under house arrest on the orders of Sir Radzig. With the help of Lady Stephanie and the guard Redim, we were able to ride out through the main gate dressed as a member of the Talmberg garrison and astride our horse Olena, which we had previously stolen from the Cumans. We are now free to make our way back to our hometown of Skalitz, where we will hopefully be able to find and bury our parents, who are currently left to the mercy of the jackdaws and ravens on the bloodied and muddy streets of Silver Skalitz. So, without further ado, let's make our way back there. If we have a look at the map, we can see that Skalitz is up here in the top left corner, and we're all the way down here near Talmberg. Having just left the castle, we're roughly along this road here. We don't know our exact position because in hardcore mode you don't get shown exactly where you are on the map, but I know from our surroundings and my general sense of direction that we're roughly somewhere on the road over here. So we need to make our way all the way along this road back to Skalitz, passing through Rovna on the way, and hopefully we'll get there in due time and be able to bury our parents. So let's begin our journey back to Skalitz. Alright, and I should also remember to equip our long distance arrows. Of course, in the last episode we sold 18 of these to Votova the Pond Keeper, and that of course unequipped the 20 that we kept, so just re-equip them there. We've got our arrows, we've got our villager's ash bow, we've got the Talmberg garrison armor that we stole. It's pretty basic stuff, but it will do the job. It's nothing too fancy, but at least it's some measure of protection, given that we are heading back to, well, ruins, essentially, and who knows what we'll find there when we get there. Hopefully no Cumans. I'm sure Sigismund's devilish Cumans have already moved on to greener pastures after having raided Skalitz and Rovna. And yeah, we've got Sir Radzig Cobbler's sword, which we're going to hang on to for the moment, of course. We'll hold it on trust for him, and it should come in handy if we come across any vagabonds or other villainous types. So let's make our way over there.
Yeah.
Hopefully it won't take us too long to get there. We'll pass through this camp here, which I believe is a stone quarry. Looks like they're mining the stone over there, yep. Presumably stone anyway. And we've gained a new level in stealth. Nice. Quest completed.
You'll have to wait for me here, friend. Better to keep going on my own. It's like they've already gone.
What a horrible discovery. We can see Skalitz on the horizon over there, so that's where we need to go. But yeah, we found the remains of the villages of Rovna, I believe.
Jesus.
Strewn here by the Cumans, some of them burnt, the rest just left to rot. Horrible stuff, straight out of hell, these Cumans from the east are. So yeah, I think we're roughly, we're near the Rovna church. The rest of the town has been burnt to ash, unfortunately. You can see the cumans are burning Skalitz in there. They come for Rovna too. So yeah, pretty horrible. We can, of course, loot the bodies here. They've got some food on them, which for some reason is at 100 condition. It should really be at probably 0 condition or less than 30, given that the bodies have been here for at least a day or two by now. And also that there's so many flies and maggots and other things around, all the food would be spoilt and rotten. I certainly wouldn't want to eat any food that's taken from a corpse that's been sitting out for a few days. And I'm not going to dishonor the dead by pilfering their pockets for some measly loaves of bread or a few groschen, so we'll leave all of the corpses be. But a pretty horrible sight. You can see there's some crosses have been set up here, although I don't think the cumans did that. I think that's probably just the original graves that they've thrown the bodies on top of before they set them on fire. Pretty horrible stuff from the cumans. Alright. And of course, all under the watch of Sigismund. See what he brings the people of Bohemia. Wenceslas the Idol or Sigismund the Butcher? Which would you prefer? Anyway. Of course, from Henry's perspective, Wenceslas is the true king. Pray at the shrine here briefly. They even killed the horses. We'll take some poppies to remember the dead by. That's probably enough. I only want to carry about 5. There we go, 6. That'll do. Alright, let's make our way back to Skalitz. So we just have to follow the road along here. We'll eventually find our way to Skalitz. Who's that? What's going on here? Is he looting?
Who's there?
You dare disrespect the dead?
What?
Oh,
have
you
we
want to
got
fight,
here?
do you?
Entertainment.
Oh, he's dead. Oh my goodness, I've killed a man. I've killed a man. With father's sword. This is vengeance. Don't disrespect the dead in Rovna and Skalitz. Well, I suppose he has no more use for this. You may as well take this leather jerkin, I suppose. The light gambeson, I don't think that's better than what we've got. There's no compare function, unfortunately. So you just have to look. So we've got 235, that's 236. Oh, if it's repaired, it actually is better. So I guess I'll take that. It weighs a lot though, 13. The quaff is not going to be better than our quaff. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 111, 111, and 111. I think our stuff is better, so we'll leave him with all of that. So I want the Siaks. I guess I'll take the Siaks. I don't know how that's pronounced. I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly. And he was looting these poor women. He was shot down by human arrows. Probably riders on horseback. Gee, the weather is really coming down. Is it worth having a look inside any of these houses? I suspect not. I suspect the humans have looted everything on their way through. It certainly looks like it. It looks like they've looted and then burned any structure they came across. There's a nice pink flowers there. Well, I guess we'll keep making our way down the road here. More corpses. So I want the bandage. The bandage could come in handy, but I'll leave it. I think I've already got a few. There's an axe. I don't need an axe. I don't want to steal from the innocent dead. Looters who I kill, that's another matter. Okay, so this is the fork in the road here. That way goes north of Skalitz, so we'll take the left path. What do we have over here? Another dead fellow there. Carriage.
Sweet Jesus.
Oh.
That's the charcoal burner.
Poor fellas didn't make it out of Skalitz before the attack. Ooh, that was a big lightning strike. It's really coming down. Heavy rain. It would be cool if rain had an impact on your fighting ability, you know. Your clothing gets wet, slows you down, you can slip, that sort of thing.
Hey!
Oh, I didn't even see him. He said, "Don't kill me, I have nothing." Yeah, you better run. Including corpses, coward. This poor soul is killed, butchered, and then hanged. Whether by the humans or by the villagers, I don't know. Could be an old corpse, it looks a bit old. Are these marigolds? I think those are marigolds. Yeah, I've already got marigolds. I believe. I think I've already got marigolds. Yes, 5 marigolds.
Why would anyone do this? What did these poor souls ever do to them?
It's a mystery. It is a mystery. You can either go left that way or right. I may as well, I think we'll go right. Left seems to go somewhere else. There's another fellow looting over there. Get away from there, get out of here. Go.
What are you
oh, you
doing
want to
here?
fight, eh?
Tired of life, are you?
Alright. Ow. Oh, he's gone.
Dear God.
Sorry, fella. Oh, I should take him out of his misery. Put him out of his misery, rather. Do I want the axe? I'll take the axe. It's over-encumbered us a little bit. What do we have here? Hunter's gloves. I'll take those. The leather jerkin. I'll take that as well. Plate couters. The plate couter is a piece of armor that protects the elbow, one of the most sensitive parts of the combatant's anatomy. It can be afforded even by less well-off warriors. Yeah, I'll take that. The noble shoes. High boots were worn primarily by the wealthier classes, since they served as riding boots for those who could afford horses. They are therefore usually fashioned from good quality material. Yeah, I'll take that as well. I think the only thing I won't take is the simple hood, which would replace our Waffenrock. I mean, yeah, it's less charisma, and the hose I don't need either, so I'm leaving him with his pants and his hood and his shirt. You know what? I'll take the hood. I'll take the hood. I'll leave the pants. I'm already over encumbered, so not gonna make too much of a difference. Now I didn't take any damage to my health. That's good. We can swap out the stolen hunter's gloves for the non-stolen ones, but the condition's worse, so I'll just keep wearing the stolen ones. And I can wear this leather jerkin, which is a bit more stab, slash, and blunt defense. So I'll equip that. The light gambeson, yeah, because it's not repaired, it's pretty useless at the moment. The noble shoes, however, are far better than our old, well-worn boots in a lot of ways, so I'll equip those. The plate cutters we can wear. That'll give us a bit of extra armor. And I think that's all we can do for the moment. Oh, the Seax is completely busted anyway. It's not going to be of much use. Same with the axe. We'll need to repair those at some point. Oh god, that's horrifying. The smell must be atrocious. I'll have a look up there. It looks like I won't be able to get in this entrance, so I guess I'll have to go around to the main gate. Let's have a look down here though. Before we go there. Sure everything's been picked clean. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Nothing there. Looks like this is like a little... I don't know, is this like a mining town or something? It looks like it might be like a tannery or a mining outpost, smithing, not too sure. Alright, I think that's going to take us a long way to get around to an entrance. We'll go the other way, we'll go for the main entrance, I think. But yeah, it looks like everyone has been killed, and everything's been looted and burnt out. We'll go this way. An impressive lightning strike. Horrible weather, but very fitting for the tone of where we are. Another dead horse. We discovered a nest. Oh, there it is, up there. Cool. Not sure what that's for, but maybe that'll come in handy at some point. Or it will just act as a waypoint as to where we are, so we know that we were there. Well, it looks like another fellow looting. Get away from there. Be gone. Leave him be.
Hey,
You foul looter.
who's
I'm
there?
talking to you.
Well, now, what's come cool?
Oh, he got me good there, actually. Let's kill him. That's for pummeling me with your bludgeon. I guess I'll take the bludgeon. What were you trying to loot off this guy? Red and Groshen. What do you have? Bandages. I'll take the bandage. Bandages. You have another leather jerkin. I'll take that. Marigold decoction. An ordinary tarred jacket that has very low noise and visibility and conspicuousness, which means it's useful for stealth. So I'll take that. Same with the padded black coif. which is actually better than the coif I have. And the pants and the boots I'll leave because they're not that much better than what I've got. They're now pretty over-encumbered. Alright, let's see. Health is a bit low, our energy is a bit low, our nourishment's a bit low. Let's eat the bread. And I won't eat the cheese because it'll make us tired. Alright. We are pretty over-encumbered now. Maybe I drop some stuff. It's so heavy and it's pretty much useless, but if we can repair it, it could be useful. I've got a few of these. I guess I'll just hang on to it for now. Find somewhere to store it. Here we are. Back in Skalitz. Our hometown. You know, walking this slowly actually fits.
He didn't run like me. He died with a sword in his hand.
Well, I will take his sword shard. And he had only a 1 penny to his name. And no, he didn't run, but he is dead now, so running was probably the sensible thing to do. The smell here must be atrocious. Oh, look at that. Gross. Yeah, definitely would not want to eat any of the food off these corpses.
You stood by his side and he did this to you. In the end, you were a hero. You didn't run away. Didn't abandon him like me.
The Deutsch. He was supporting Sigismund. What Sigismund did to him. So much death. Wait a minute, is that...
No,
Oh.
no. Why? Not you. It wasn't supposed to be you, Bianca. I'll find the bastards that did this to you. I'll find them. I swear it. Just wait a month. Take care of my parents, then I'll come back for you. I won't leave you like that.
Poor Bianca. I'll take that ring and save your schnapps though.
Take this as a keepsake to remember you by, my dearest.
Yeah. Let's quit the ring. The ring we gave Bianca. It's now back with us. Poor Bianca. There they are.
Why did you do it to me, Father? Why? Why did you leave me? Forgive me. Forgive me for everything. Next time I won't run. never run away again. I'll find the one who did this to you. I remember his face. I'll find him. But first, I have to find this shovel and take care of you. I remember you told me you wanted to lie beside Mother. Here. Under the linden tree. At least I can do that much for you.
Well, we found our parents. Obviously not going to loot my parents, but yeah, tragedy. I can hear some barking though. We need to find a shovel. Although my liege lord Sir Radzig Kobyla forbade me to leave Talmberg, and the lord of Talmberg Sir Divish complied with his wishes and tried to keep me in the castle, in the end I succeeded in leaving. I had to get back to Skalitz to bury my parents. I couldn't just leave their bodies to the dogs. Skalitz was in an even worse state than I expected. Sigismund's soldiers massacred everyone they came across, and not only in the town, in the nearby village of Rovna, people who were trying to take refuge in the church were butchered. I was still hoping against all the odds they might somehow have survived, but they were dead. I found my parents' bodies, and others too. Now I have to find a spade to dig a grave under the linden tree, as my father wished. It should be no problem to find a spade in the village. Well, can't move very quickly. You know what? Maybe I will, just for the moment, I can come pick this stuff up later, but it's just really weighing me down. Let's just drop all of this. And I'll drop the axe. There's a few things there. I'll come pick all of that up in a bit. But just while otherwise it'll take forever to get to where I'm going. I hear this dog barking. Oh, he's got a spade.
Get away, you mutt!
Is that suspicious?
Get away, you beast!
What's going on? Bishak? What in God's name are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? Digging turnips? The beast just went from me.
Isn't that Mutt the butcher's? Mutt. Isn't that body the butcher's?
Yeah, that's him. What's that got to do with anything?
I think it's pretty obvious what that has to do with things. He's clearly protecting his master.
I'd say the poor creature is standing guard over his master. You weren't trying to get to him, were you?
What do you care what I'm doing here? What are you doing?
I want to bury my parents, obviously.
You came to bury my parents.
So bury them and leave me be.
How did you manage to get away?
How did you manage to get away?
How do you think I ran?
And what happened to Theresa?
Do you know what happened to Theresa from the mill? When I fled, the humans wanted to... They meant to violate her, God knows what else.
No, I don't know. What do I care? They probably raped her and killed her like all the others. her misfortune. Right now, I've got to take care of myself.
You're a bastard. Lend me that spade, though.
If you lend me that spade, I have to dig a grave. I can't find another.
What's it worth to you? I see you have a fine sword. I'll gladly trade you my spade for that. How did you come by it, anyway?
You can't have the sword, mate. It's for Sir Radzig.
My father forged it for Sir Radzig. It's my duty to deliver it to him. It's not for sale.
Go right ahead and dig that grave with your sword. See how that is. And where will you dig it anyway? Here? You're not going to lay your parents in unhallowed ground, are you?
No, well, Father wanted to be buried here.
Father said he wanted to be buried here, and I can't take him to St. James's. God willing, later I can find a priest to consecrate the ground.
You really are a bastard, though, Zbyszek.
I see a cunt remains a cunt, no matter what the situation.
That's 100% spot on. Oh, and you're taking a swing at me. Oh, you're taking a few swings at me. Surprise attack, you bastard. I'm gonna beat the crap out of you for that. Yeah, run, you coward.
That's right! Turn tail and run, you bastard!
Yeah, get out of here. I'll take this spade, thank you very much. Poor mutt. And the butcher's corpse.
Easy there, boy. I know you. A good master won't be leaving this.
He's got a decent bit of gold and some salami and dried meat, salt. I'm just gonna leave him be. I'm not looting for many corpses. You're a good boy defending your master like that. Even though you are a mutt, apparently. At least we did beat the crap out of this Zbyszek. He got some good hits into us, though. Bloody hell. You know, maybe let's take... Yeah, we'll have one marigold. Do I need to use... I don't need to bandage anything, do I? No. But let's have the marigold decoction. That'll heal us up. Very much would have liked to kill Zbyszek. He's a real bastard. Alright. Let's make our way back to our parents. We'll pick up all our stuff. We are going to be over encumbered, but that's okay. I think that was everything we dropped. 2 gamsons, 2 weapons, 3 jerkins. Alright. So what do we have to do now? Dig a grave under the linden tree and bury your parents. While I was looking for a spade, I came across the mill hand, Zbyszek, who was trying to rob the body of the butcher, which was being guarded by the dead man's dog, Mutt. Zbyszek was trying to drive him away with a spade, and then he started a fight with me. Well, it didn't go well for him. He got a beating, and I got the spade. I got everything I needed, but now the hardest part awaits me. Now to dig a grave for my parents under the linden tree by the forge. God, this is going to be very hard to do. Indeed. How's my health? 99. Okay. Let's make the slow trek up there. I haven't seen too many corpses of the Tarnberg Guard. Not Tarnberg, Skalitz. I guess most of them got into the castle. And a few who didn't perished and probably had all their stuff stolen. All their armor, I mean. Alright. Sweet home. Father's forge. This is where I used to play as a boy. So much has changed. Even the castle wasn't spared. I guess after they discovered Sir Radzig crept out, they decided to burn it down to prevent it being of any strategic importance going forward. We may as well have a look around our house one last time. It seems as though the humans have ransacked it though. Oh yeah. Oh, they broke the door down. Savage. Chest is empty. Never could get up into the loft. Everything else is been completely ransacked. Oh, this chest is locked. We can unlock it. No, it's empty anyway. We'd already taken stuff from it. Oh, can I get out of here? Oh no, I'm trapped. There we go. Oh, I'm slowly making my way. There we go. Trapped amidst the shelves. Alright. So we need to bury our parents under the woodland tree.
This is a good place. We're gonna long for it.
Dig over here. Looks like a good spot.
So, let's get to it. Damn it all. How am I gonna do this?
Do you need some help? Is that him?
Yes. Can't you see the sword?
Who are you? What do you want?
Zbyszek? Who do you think we are? Franciscan brothers? We're here to rob you of everything you've got. Especially that fine blade that's of no use to a peasant like you anyway.
Banish the thought. It is my father's sword.
You mean him? I don't think he's going to be needing it anymore. Listen here, boy. You hand over that sword, I might just let you go. If not, you're in for a family reunion you really don't.
Leave me alone.
Kill him, Runt! Aye, cut the bastard down. As you like. Could have just cost you a few teeth. Ah!
see how we go here. I think we'll just poke him, keep him at distance. This guy looks like a hardened, heavily armored mercenary. We're getting a few good strikes in, but eventually he's going to strike back. And they're goading him into finishing us off. I think he's just playing with us. But the poking seems to be working, although we're running out of stamina. Oh, and he struck back.
I told you how it would end. You should have listened to me. This is nice work. The chief is going to like it. It's new, isn't it? And now, for the maiden bloodletting. Surely your father never would have imagined it would be your blood. I believe there's a word for such moments. The old man would certainly know. But I'm just a common killer. Did you help make it? No doubt you did. Such miserable luck. To die by the sword you helped forge.
Hey, go fuckers! The games are over.
Where am I? It's Skalitz. The day of the raid. Looks like the Cuman attack has already begun, But something doesn't feel right. Something feels very wrong. Is that Mother I hear? I need to find my parents. I need to save them. Oh God. So much death. Human devils. I'm coming, Mother. I'm coming, Father. I'll take out these humans. I won't run. I'm no coward. I'll never run again. Save those villagers. It's the inn over there. Mother and Father should be up this way. I'm coming. They should be up here. Oh no. I was too late again.
Do you need some help?
Henry! There's work to be done. Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Henry, can you hear me?
Get up, Henry. Wake up. It's a new day.
Henry, can you hear me? Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Theresa?
You still have a fever. Uncle won't be pleased, but you'll have to stay in bed.
Where am I? In Skalitz?
We're at my uncle's mill in Rattay. I didn't know where else to go.
What happened?
You don't remember anything? I suppose that's not surprising. I found you in Skalitz after those bandits attacked you. I thought they'd done for you, but you were still breathing. Why in heaven's name did you go back there? It was madness. They slaughtered everyone who didn't run.
My parents, I wanted to bury them. I had to...
Don't worry. I took care of it.
Thank you.
Any good Christian would have done the same. Now sleep. You need your strength back.
A few delirious days later.
You're awake.
Good morning.
It's near midnight. You've slept all day.
Oh. Oh, I feel like a horse fell on me.
The beating you took was worse. But at least the fever's broken.
How did you find me?
How did you manage to save me?
You were lucky. I was in Skalitz and I saw Zbyszek and his thugs. I tried to distract them, but it would have been no use if those soldiers from Tamburg hadn't arrived. They were searching for you and scattered the bandits.
They were looking for me?
Searching for me?
Yes. Lord Divish sent them, led by Captain Robard. So tell me, why is a lord of such high standing interested in a blacksmith?
So Divish promised Sir Radek he'd look after me. But as for why they should care, I've no idea.
What were you doing in Skalitz?
What in the world were you doing in Skalitz?
Waiting to die.
What?
They killed my brothers, my family, my friends.
They're all dead.
All of them. Everyone I ever loved. They killed one of my brothers in the mines. After that, what did I have to live for?
Don't say that. There's always hope.
No, there isn't. But it doesn't matter. I'm a different person now.
I'm tired.
Oh, I'm exhausted.
I'm not surprised. I'll bring you water and something to eat. In the meantime, rest. You're still very weak.
and even later.
Good morning to you. How's the invalid today?
Ugh, haven't felt as good as this since they lashed me to the wheel and quartered me on the town square.
Got your sense of humor back. You must be better. My uncle will be glad to hear it. I had a job persuading him to let me bring you here. If you'd lain around much longer, he really would have dumped you on the town square. You can stay until you find somewhere else to live, but my uncle will want payment for taking you in and caring for you.
Where am I?
And this is your uncle's house?
We're in Ratay Mill, my uncle's mill at Peshek. He took me in, and I talked him into taking care of you too.
Okay, well, thank you. I mean, I feel much better, and I've been lying around long enough.
I've been lying here long enough.
Uncle will be pleased he's one mouth less to feed. But are you truly well enough?
Well enough to do what has to be done. Where can I find Sir Radzig?
He's in the lower castle in Perkstein. He's a guest of Sir Hanush of Leipa. But someone like you can't just walk up bold as you please and demand an audience.
I know Sir Radzig, and I didn't bring him his sword as I was supposed to. I must see him.
If you insist. But you need to speak to my uncle first. You've been in your sickbed for over a fortnight while he paid the apothecary to tend to you, and for medicine. That's a good deal of coin you owe him.
I've been lying here 2 weeks. My God.
Better a fortnight in bed than an eternity in the grave. If it weren't for my uncle, you wouldn't be here at all.
No, I owe you my life, thank you.
I owe you both my life. And I'll repay my debt. You have my word.
All right. But before you go to town, you should eat something. You're still weak. There's food on the table for you.
Amazing. Thank you, Theresa. Thank you so much. So we have arrived at Ratay Mill, which is now our new home. We can sleep here and save the game. We have our own common trunk, which is available to us in all our homes and rented lodgings. So we managed to get out of Skalitz alive. Our parents have been buried, courtesy of Theresa and Captain Robard, of course. So we're very grateful for that. And she's even left us some food on the table here, some bread rolls, which we will take, because we're quite hungry. And then we will we'll eat from the pot as well. That's a little bit of extra nourishment. And then we'll need to consider what we do next. We'll get 7 nourishment from each bread roll, which should bring us up above 50, which is good. And we have a few new quests now. So we have our overarching main quest, Vengeance. My home was destroyed, my parents and my sweetheart murdered. I fled like a coward and only survived by a miracle. And when I tried to do the right thing and at least bury my loved ones, I lost the last thing my father left me, the sword he forged for Sir Radzig. But I will never run again, ever. I'll find that bastard who led the raid on Skalitz and kill him. And I'll find that thieving rat who took my sword and run him through with it. Skalitz was razed by King Sigismund of Hungary's army, but the attack itself was led by a knight whose coat of arms was a shield with 1/2 gold with 3 red bars, and the other half plain red. He was the one who murdered my parents. It didn't take me long to find out who he was, because Sigismund's army also approached Talmberg and sent a negotiator to parley. It was him, and he even introduced himself by name, Markvart von Aulitz, and I was helpless to do anything. But one day, I will find him. I have to find the bastard who stole the sword from me first, though. I believe he goes by the nickname Runt, and has something to do with Zbyszek from Skalitz. And then ultimately, I must find Markvart and avenge my parents. And our more immediate quest objective here is Awakening. I woke up from bad dreams. Theresa, the Skalitz miller's daughter, was sitting leaning over me. It turns out it was she, together with Sir Robard and his men, who saved my life. Then she took me to Ratay, to Uncle Peshek's mill. They looked after me the whole time I was delirious and feverish. Theresa also lost everything, and is now living at her uncle's mill. I may stay there if I wish, but I have a debt to settle. My treatment was not without cost. First I have to go to Perkstein Castle to see Sir Radzig and tell him what happened. And I also need to collect my things from the trunk, which is where Theresa put everything that I had on me when I got knocked out by Runt in Skalitz. And we also have a side quest, The Good Thief. Miller Peshek and his niece Theresa took care of me while I was at death's door. I owe them my life. I'd better have a word with Miller Peshek about the time I spent lying ill at his mill. So we've got a few things to do, which is good. First up, let's grab all our stuff from our chest. We have a few extra things in here. Ancient maps, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We've got all our other stuff, all our weapons, etc. And as for armor, we've got a new warhorse gambeson, a comfortable knight gambeson commonly used as a lower layer under a heavier armor. It is adorned with monogram WH in silver thread to stress its owner's social status. So we're just going to grab everything. We'll take everything that we've got in the trunk there, which means we are over encumbered again, but that's okay. And we may as well get some stuff equipped. We'll equip Shard, which is a short sword. Once someone's pride and joy, this short sword is now an old relic that won't take too much rough treatment. The point is practically worn off, though the blade is reasonably honed. So we'll equip that. We obviously lost Sir Radzig's sword that we forged with our father, so we don't have a sword at the moment. Well, we don't have a long sword anyway. We've got this short sword, so that will have to do. We'll equip the villager's ash bow and the long distance arrows as well, noting that a lot of this stuff is no longer marked as stolen, which is helpful. We'll equip Bianca's ring, of course, which gives us 11 charisma. And then I want to maximize our charisma, if possible. So let's see how high we can get charisma. If I wear the red scarf, that'll increase my charisma. The hood is simple headgear that also covers the shoulders and upper torso with short mantle. The tight olive hose won't increase my charisma, but I do need to wear pants. And it is slightly, will have a slight impact, but it hasn't caused my charisma to bump up another level. So I'll put on the tight olive hose. And then for the shirt, I can either get the Warhorse Gambeson, the ordinary tarred jacket, which is in pretty poor condition, the light hood, which is also in pretty poor condition, the light padded armor, which is in terrible condition, the light gambeson, also in very poor condition, or the green shirt, which is our standard linen shirt that we have, which isn't bad, but our charisma will actually go up more if we wear this Warhorse Gambeson, so I'll wear that. I'll also wear these noble shoes. It won't increase our charisma necessarily, but it is just good to wear shoes when you're running about outside, and it gives us more charisma than the old boots, so I'll wear those. As for the hunter's gloves, neither of them will give us any charisma boost, but I'll wear these ones. And then wearing the Waffenrock, it's not going to increase our charisma. The bassinet will actually lower our charisma, and we're not going into battle, so I don't think I'll wear that. The leather jerkin will also lower our charisma, so I'll just leave that off for the moment. And yeah, interestingly, if we switched from the gambeson to the green shirt, our charisma would actually go down by quite a lot. But actually, if we weren't wearing the gloves, it wouldn't go down by as much. So that's interesting. Well, I'll just leave... Maybe I'll leave the gloves off then. Do I want to wear the mail collar? That's not going to have any impact on our charisma. The padded black coif will decrease our charisma. The padded coif has no effect on it. And the plate couters also lower our charisma. Alright, I think we're good then. We'll wear this. I'll leave the gloves. I suppose I'll leave the gloves off for now. We've also got some cheese we can eat. It'll give us 10 nourishment at the cost of 3 energy. I think we'll eat 2 things of cheese. Get us up to 76 nourishment. stave off hunger for a little bit longer. Alright, I think we are good. We've got all of our flowers with us, which is good. Not that we have that perk yet, so it won't have any effect. If we have a look at our stats, we've got 3 strength, 2 agility, 2 vitality, 4 speech. Not too shabby. Combat-wise, we've got 1 warfare, 1 sword, almost 2, and 1 unarmed. Okay, very good. We've got 2 drinking, 3 herbalism, 1 horsemanship, 1 lockpicking, and 1 stealth. And we're currently overloaded. Alright, not too shabby. We could pick these locks. I'm obviously not going to rob from Theresa or Miller Peshek, but while, you know, just for the experience, while they're outside, let's just open it up, see what's inside. Bandages and hides, yeah, nothing that I'll want to risk getting thrown out for. I wouldn't steal from them in any event. It would be immoral. They've, you know, nursed me back to health for 2 weeks for free. Well, not for free, but still, they didn't have to do it. They could have just left me out. Let's see. I've got to keep it in that little nook there. There we go. Reached a new level in lockpicking, and yeah, more hides there. I'll leave all of those. Okay, we'll use that ladder. We'll go back down. We should go speak to Theresa. And then speak to Miller Peshek. Ah, beautiful day. Let's see if we can wash in the basin there. Nice. We're all cleaned up. And we've activated some DLC. Treasures of the Past. A legend has been circulating about stashes containing magnificent warhorse armor. You can find more hints in your trunk. So that will be the ancient maps that we've picked up. From the ashes, the long-abandoned village of Pribyslavitz awaits the return of bustling life. Wait for a suitable opportunity and go and see Sir Divish about it. Tournament. A combat tournament will soon be convened in Ratai. It's open to commoners, so even you can enroll if you like. The amorous adventures of bold Sir Hans Capon. The local dandy is fond of intrigues, especially when the fairer sex is involved, and it's only a matter of time before he drags you into one. Band of Bastards. The province hasn't been safe since the raid on Skalitz, and soon you can expect orders from Sir Radzig to ride out with a band of mercenaries to put things to rights. And lastly, a woman's lot. You lost your home and family in Skalitz, but you were not alone. Theresa and Johanka encountered similar misfortune and fled too. Each tries in her own way to come to terms with what happened. If you want to know more, look at the DLC heading in the main menu where you can find precise instructions for playing the DLC. Alright, well, we're not going to do any of the DLC immediately, but it'll all fit in due course. We will we'll go and speak to Theresa quickly, and then speak to the Miller Peshek. That's him just over there. Looks like he's going back inside to do some work. Hello, Theresa.
Have you eaten yet?
I have, thank you. It was very good.
Yes, it was very good. Did you bake it yourself?
I did. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Very much so. Thank you, Theresa. I'll just go and speak to your uncle, Miller Peshek. I'm sure he wants... Oh, he looks a bit busy. Yeah, he looks a little busy. Maybe I'll just leave him be for the moment. We can have... No, I should go speak to him. Alright. And hey, it's Mutt, the butcher's dog. Hello, Mr. Peshek. How are you doing?
Word with you, young fellow.
That's what I'm here for. You want to have a word? Do you want to come down, maybe? Okay, well, we can chat up here. If I can get up the stairs. I'm a little encumbered, you see. I'm going to have trouble getting up these stairs. Maybe I'll wait for you to come down. Yeah, you come down. Here, we can chat.
Hey.
Here. Yeah, I'm coming. I'm Henry. Thanks for taking care of me.
My name's Henry. Thank you for taking care of me here.
My name's Peshek, and I'm the miller here. You've already met my niece, Theresa. She took care of you for 2 whole weeks while you were in limbo. And talking of you being at death's door, while you were lying here, you worked up quite a bill with the bloodletter, who came now and again to keep you alive with his potions. That quack doesn't come cheap. I paid him what I could, but I still, that is, you still owe him.
I see. Well, it's better to be in debt than to lie dead in a ditch. What do I owe? I'm not afraid of hard work.
You won't pay for that shoveling manure. I might have a better job for you. And it's not something any fool can do. If you prove to me you're a clever lad, I might trust you with something you could really make money from. What do you say?
Alright, well, what would you need from me? I obviously don't have enough money to pay him. I think I've only got like 20 groschen, and I doubt that would cover it, so what do you need?
Well, what would you need from me?
A trifle. Just to take something from someone and bring it to someone else. And not get caught while you're doing it.
That sounds straightforward enough. Except for not get caught. Why would anyone want to catch me?
Oh, don't worry. It's just a job like any other. Only this one requires, let's say, the right moral disposition. Do corpses bother you?
No honourable man should touch them. That's the executioner's job.
Did you expect I'd give you a hoe and send you out to the fields? You can dig all right, but somewhere else. I want to know whether you're going to hide behind some stupid fucking scruples, or if you might be useful for more unconventional work.
Oh, jeez. I'm in a bit of a bind here because I owe him quite a bit of money. And I want to pay my debt. Alright, and I don't want to get kicked out of living here. So alright, tell me more.
I was prepared for just about anything, but that's a bit much. But go on. Tell me more.
Listen, it's about this ring my mate Wojciech, the Kohelnitz miller, had his eye on. Trouble is, they buried the ring by the gibbet along with the villain they hung while he was wearing it.
Jesus Christ. You want me to dig up a corpse, take a ring from it, and give it to your friend in Kohelnitz? Is nothing sacred to you?
Money first, morals later. That fellow is dead. He won't miss it. Whatever bleeding heart came up with the idea that it's disrespectful to disturb a corpse never read the Bible. It's still a human body, only it's missing a soul. Why be disgusted by something created by God?
Alright, I'll do it begrudgingly.
I think I've already heard more than I need to know. You've got the tongue of the devil himself. If you tried hard enough, I bet you could justify sodomy with a goat.
Watch your mouth, boy. There's a shovel here around the mill somewhere. If there's any problem, come and see me. And here's something on the side to make you dig better.
Thanks. I'll need it. I can't believe I've come to this. Digging up corpses.
Oh, and watch out for the executioner and his hounds. They're pretty savage. And I don't just mean the dogs. You can just throw them some meat. The dogs, that is. But the executioner? Well, don't vex him. God be with you.
Okay. Gotta get the dead man's ring for Miller Peshek. And he gave us some spirits to help us dig, which is fine. We need to get a spade. Actually, Miller Peshek, speaking of which, where can I find a spade? Yeah, where can I find a shovel?
Where can I find a shovel?
There's one right outside, leaning against the cart.
Oh, great, thanks. I will grab that momentarily. While I've got you though, can you tell me about a few things? What do you think about what happened?
What do you think about everything that's happened?
I don't concern myself with the doings of my betters. But this mess isn't good for business. Them two brothers should sort things out between themselves without dragging us into it. I don't give a damn who's king, but that usurper from Hungary has gone too far.
Yeah, agreed. What about the Skalitz folk?
What about the Skalitz folk?
God sent them to punish us for our sins. They don't work, they just idle around begging. And you want to keep a close eye on your belongings when they're around. I'll be glad to see the back of them.
Have you heard anything about these Cumans?
Do you know anything about those Cumans?
The heathen scum that Sigismund brought here. Why do you even ask? You've seen with your own two eyes what they're capable of.
Yeah, true. Alright, that's all. Thank you.
That's all.
Although while I have you, you seem like a fellow who keeps interesting company. Perhaps you can teach me how to pick locks?
Good luck to you. Try unlocking this trunk.
Okay, alright. I'll try unlocking it.
Hold the lockpick in your right hand and use it to feel out the tumbler. In your left hand, you hold the blade and use it to turn the whole mechanism right home. It's quite easy.
Okay.
It only takes a bit of practice. Now try poking around in the lock with the pick until you feel the right point where the tumbler is.
Alright. I remember when the game first came out and they didn't have these spokes, people really struggled with the lockpicking game.
Good. Now turn the whole lock with the blade, but don't stop holding the tumbler with the pick. Otherwise, you'll be fucked. You'll have to start all over.
Okay. Try to turn it. Oh, Mutt got in the way.
Tap hand out. Make something out of you, yeah. But remember, this trunk's only for practice. With real locks, you have to watch out for the pick. Try it a few more times if you like. Then good luck with the real thing.
Thanks, Milipeshek. Appreciate it. Can I speak to you any more about lockpicking?
God be with you.
And with you. Okay.
God be with you.
That's all I can say to you. Actually, it just occurred to me, perhaps unequipping my arrows and weapons might increase my charisma? Okay, no, it has no effect. But see, the swords do have a charisma stat. So that's interesting. Theoretically, if you get a sword with a high enough charisma, it could bump your average charisma up. In fact, if you really want to maximize your charisma, you should just start by equipping the most charismatic object you have. Hey, there's some Savior Schnapps in here. I'll take that. Thank you very much. And that's locked again, so we can keep practicing on this chest if we want to. I'll do one more. Maybe I'll get one more level in lockpicking. Just from this chest. It won't take us too long, I wouldn't have thought. Oh, just need to be careful not to break the lockpicks. We'll do one more. Yeah, there we go. I think we're getting the hang of it now. We'll be cracking into locks in no time. Oh, we got a perk. Alright, we'll leave it there. We'll pick the perk though. For lockpicking, we can either get lasting lockpicks. Your lockpicks will be more durable and last twice as long. Or we can get Repairman. After successfully picking a lock, you have a 20% chance of any broken lockpicks returning to your inventory. And we'll get a perk at levels 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and 20. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 perks in total. And there are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 total perks to choose from. So we can get all of them except one. I think lasting lockpicks is better than Repairman. It just gives you a larger grace period when you're picking the lock, so it makes it less likely that you'll actually break your lockpick while picking it. And lockpicks, now that we're out of the prologue section of the game, are easy enough to come by. So we'll learn lasting lockpicks, and we'll leave that there. Alright. I'm a little tired, actually. I'm still very over-encumbered. Let's go and speak to Theresa. See what she has to say about everything that's happened. Oh, and there's that shovel that we need. Let's go and get that. Or a spade. Spade, shovel, same thing. Alright, and we'll go speak to Theresa. If we have a look at our objectives now, that one hasn't changed. Awakening hasn't changed. We still have to go to Perkstein Castle to see Sir Radzig and tell him what happened. But the good thief has updated. I talked to Peshek about the time I spent lying helpless at his mill while his niece Theresa took care of me. It seems I ran up a bill with the apothecary. While I was unconscious, my debt to the apothecary increased. I should find out from him what's what. So, yeah, they want me to speak to the apothecary. Miller Peshek paid the apothecary 50 groschen to treat me while I was unconscious. He wants me to pay the debt off by doing him a service. He wants me to get him a ring from an executed man who's buried under the gibbet. It's either that or pay him back in coin. Well, I don't have coin, so I guess I'll have to pay him back by getting the ring. There we go. And I could go speak to the apothecary as well. But let's speak to Theresa. How are you, Theresa?
Greetings, Henry.
Greetings, Theresa. I wanted to ask you about Skalitz.
Have you got a moment? I'd like to ask a few questions about Skalitz. I don't remember much.
All right. What do you want to know?
Oh, wow, so many questions to ask. How did you get me here?
How did you get me away from Skalitz?
It wasn't easy. Sir Robard and his men helped load you on a wagon, and we harnessed an old nag the bandits had left behind. The soldiers escorted us all the way here. God bless them.
And what exactly happened with the bandits?
What about the bandits?
Sir Robard and his men routed them. They killed the few, but the giant who attacked you fled, and Zbyszek with him. It won't be safe in Skalitz for a while yet.
How could Zbyszek have done that? He just betrayed me to this brute. Shocking. Yeah.
Why would Zbyszek do that? I never thought much of him, but banditry?
He was always a nasty piece of work. Doesn't surprise me he joined them. If you knew what he did to me.
Tell me.
When those cumins, they call them, when the cumins came, Zbyszek pushed me out in front of them and fled. He sacrificed me to save his own hide.
That bastard.
Yeah, he really is a bastard. I would have loved to run him through. What happened to Sir Radzig's sword?
Where's the sword I had?
You had a sword? It's gone now. Those scum took everything, including your horse.
I don't give a damn about the horse. I stole it anyway. But my father forged that sword for Sir Radzig. I promised father I'd take it to him. I have to get it back.
Well, you can't. Just be thankful you're still alive.
I am thankful I'm alive, but I will get it back one day. How did you get away from the Cumans anyway, Theresa?
How did you get away from those Cumans?
You're wrong. If it hadn't been for you... When they came to the mill, they slaughtered everyone. And kept me for last. After you distracted them, I fled to the mines to find my brother, but he... My brother was dead, but I owe my life and more to you.
And I owe mine to you. The scales are balanced.
What happened to Sir Radzig?
What about Sir Radzig?
Sir Hanush, he's the Lord of Rattay. He gave his lower castle to Sir Radzig, a place called Perkstein. Sir Hanush lives at the upper castle. The Skalitz folk have made camp in front of it.
Right. Well, that leads into this then. Tell me a little bit about what happened to the other Skalitz folk.
What happened to the other survivors from Skalitz?
They sought refuge in Rattay, and some of the Rattay folk are none too happy about it.
And Matthew, Fritz and Matthias? Johanka? Did they make it?
They're alive. I heard Matthias is at the stud farm in Merhoyed. Johanka is in Sasau, and Fritz and Matthew, well, you know them. They're up to no good somewhere. The only trouble they'll be in is of their own making.
Well, that's great that they survived. Well, anyway, enough about Skalitz, but that is good news.
I won't trouble you anymore. Let's leave it be.
I'd like to know a few things, though.
I'd like to know...
How do you like it in Rattay?
So, how do you like it in Rattay?
It's a big town with good strong walls, so I suppose we're safe here. And they took us in our hour of need, but for how much longer? They'll grow tired of us soon enough.
How are the Skalitz folk getting on?
How are the Skalitz folk getting on?
They're alive, that's the main thing. They have shelter, but they're just scraping by. Rattay's citizens aren't happy the town is full of beggars who don't look like leaving anytime soon.
And what do you know about the Cumans?
Do you know anything about those Cuman rapists? About... you know?
They came to Hungary from God knows where, and now they... Well, folk tell awful stories about them. I hope I never see them again.
God willing you won't. That's all.
That's all.
Would you fancy a little walk, Theresa?
What are you up to? How would you like to, I don't know, come for a walk?
A walk? I'd like that very much. But I can't right now, Hal. Give me some time to settle in, will you?
If that's what you want.
It's not you, Hal. It's just this isn't a good time.
Oh, fair enough. Probably a little premature asking that. The sting of rejection, Hal. Ouch. What's that dog wandering around here? It looks familiar. I think it's the butcher's mutt.
What's that dog you have here? He looks familiar.
Don't you remember him? It's Mart, the butcher's dog from Skalitz.
I thought so.
Ah, of course. When I went back to bury my parents, he was guarding his master's dead body. A faithful dog. How come he's here?
When we carted you here, we took Mutt along too. He's been hanging around the mill ever since.
Okay. How's he doing?
How's he doing?
A lot better now. I slipped him something good now and again when Uncle wasn't looking.
He won't starve to death then.
What does the miller think about it?
What does the miller have to say about it?
He can't stand him.
How's that?
Every time he sees him, he starts shouting that he's a useless mouth to feed and that'll skin him.
Jesus.
And it didn't even soften his heart when Mutt brought a hare from the woods. He was happy to eat it, but it didn't change his mind.
I could have a word with him.
That would be a waste of time.
Has Mutt been here long?
How long has he been with you?
More or less since we came here. He runs off now and again, but he always comes back. Sometimes I don't see him all day. I think he likes to go wandering.
Does he obey you?
Me? Not much. He's got a mind of his own, and I'm just not strict enough.
Ah, spoilt then.
No, he just hasn't learned many commands. But he's well able to beg for a piece of meat.
So he's doing quite well then?
Yeah. I'd keep him, but he reminds me too much of Tinker, you know? I don't want to think about Skalitz. So I thought maybe you might take him with you?
Me?
I'm sure the two of you would get on great. He's a handsome fella and lovable. I'd be very happy if you had him.
But we never had a dog at the smithy. We never needed one.
Come on. He's got no one.
I'll have to think it over.
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
All right. I'll take him.
All right. I'll take him. He can keep me company on my travels.
Thanks, Henry. Go and get him then. He's sniffing around somewhere here.
I'll go find him. Thank you, Theresa. All right. We are getting a little tired. Anything else that we should talk about? How did you manage to survive?
What actually happened to you in Skalitz? I mean, during the attack and... well, you know.
That's a long story. Not a very cheerful one. Are you sure you want to hear it now?
Perhaps not. Maybe we'll wait. We'll share that over a glass of wine at night near a fireplace.
I'll tell you what, let's save it for later. I've got a lot on right now.
All right.
Oh.
Another time.
It's not because I've got a lot on, it's just because I think you need some time and space to process everything that's happened. But we will speak about that at some point, Theresa. Alright. So we can't get any cleaner washing in a trough. For that we need the baths. Let's speak to Miller Pashek. I think we've... Hello, Mutt. Good to see you there. I was looking for you.
Hey, Mutt. Remember me? From Skalitz, remember? You wanna go with me? Come on then. We'll get on like a house on fire.
Yes, we will.
Follow
Good
me.
dog. Great. So So we have a dog. From this moment on you have a canine companion. He's your best friend who will protect and help you, but you must take good care of him. You can talk to him and feed him, ideally with meat, give him commands and reward him with praise. With the cursor you can give him all sorts of commands using the X key, for example heal. You also have the new skill of Houndmaster. It determines how well your dog is trained and what commands you've taught him. You gain experience by using the commands and other interactions with your four-legged friend. In the Sidekicks tab you can see the stats, the most important of which is obedience. It tells you whether your dog obeys you or not. Its level will keep falling with every injury, and also if you neglect your dog for a long time. If obedience falls too low, your dog will stop heeding some of your commands. If it falls to 0, your dog will run off and it will take some time before he comes back to you. During that time you won't be able to give him commands. The higher his obedience, the better stats the dog will have. He will defend himself and you better, cause greater damage to foes, and it will take longer before he decides to run off again. You can improve your dog's obedience mainly by feeding and praising him, but doing it several times in succession over a short period is less effective than feeding and praising him regularly. Great. Well, seems like a good dog. Oh, Peshek. Okay, nothing more to talk about. God be with you as well, Peshek. And Theresa, I think we're done. Hello, Mutt. Let's praise you.
That's a good boy. That's my boy.
Fantastic. We reached a new main level. I guess because we got Houndmaster experience and it pushed our level up enough. Yeah, we got a little bit there. So we actually have 2 perks that we can get now. We can get Renegade Brand. Penalties on stats following release from jail are 20% lower. Insomniac increases the time you can do without sleep. Your energy level falls 15% more slowly. That would be a good one to get. I'll hold on to these for now. I don't think I'll allocate any of the points just yet. But let's just sort our inventory quickly. See if we can get our charisma as high as possible. So the highest charisma thing we have is 11. So far that's the highest. And we want other stuff that's going to bump our charisma up. So we've got the mail collar at 8. The noble shoes at 9. We'll wear those. I want to equip all the high charisma stuff first. Yeah, the Warhorse Gambeson at 13, so that's got us at 10 charisma. And if we wear the Waffenrock, that'll actually drop it down to 9. Same with the gloves. Same, the leather jerkin will drop it down to 8. The mail collar will keep it at 10, but we're not going into battle. The padded coif will keep it at 10. The tight olive hose will keep it at 10 as well. The red scarf actually drops it down to 9. So maybe I just leave the red scarf off for the moment. And that way we'll have 10 charisma, which is pretty good. That's quite high. Alternatively, I could just equip everything that I want to wear and not worry about charisma. But yeah, we'll see. Alright, so we need to sort out this and then go and see Sir Radzig. Probably do this one first, but we might leave it there for this episode. As always, thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to join in for the next Kingdom Come Deliverance episode, where we will continue with the quests we have. We'll try to repay Miller Peshek for looking after us for the last 2 weeks, and we'll also go and see Sir Radzig in the Lower Perkstein Castle in the town of Ratai, which is just up the hill there. So, looking forward to it. Hope you join me for that. Make sure you hit that bell notification thingy so you get notified about when new episodes drop. And yeah, I will see you then. As always, take care and have fun.